Helpless pensioners, who will hear their plea, by Malik. Rauf. Zubair. The holy month of Ramadan is here. Fasting individuals endure hunger and thirst, intense heat, and overwhelming economic hardships. Amid these testing conditions, today, an elderly man with a wrinkled face, trembling hands, helpless eyes, and an appeal on his lips was pleading for his pension at a bank in Mandi Bahauddin. He lamented that he had dedicated his entire youth to serving this country, yet now, in the final days of his life, he was being forced to struggle for what was rightfully his. This elderly man is not just one individual. He represents thousands of retired employees and senior citizens who face humiliation at bank doors every month while trying to collect their pensions. Have we ever thought about how painful this disgraceful treatment must be for these elderly individuals, already weakened by age and illness? Banks have become apathetic, and government institutions have reached the peak of negligence. This old man's story reflects the everyday reality of countless pensioners. Every month, bank staff use different excuses to withhold their pensions: system failures, incomplete documents, account verification issues, or even misplaced files. If an elderly person protests, they face disrespect, as seen today when a female bank employee in Mandi Bahauddin rudely dismissed the elderly man, leaving him in helpless silence. This behavior is not just inhumane but also a reflection of our social and moral decline. Does our religion and culture teach us to treat the elderly this way? These are the same people who spent their lives securing a better future for us, yet today, we have abandoned them. The humiliation of elderly pensioners in banks is clear evidence of the failure of the government and the banking system. These tactics are not limited to one bank branch or city. Pensioners across the country face the same ordeal. The government frequently makes grand promises to protect senior citizens' rights, yet no real, effective steps are visible on the ground. Pensioners are tossed between the accounts office and the bank like a football. Some are told their files are still under processing, others hear that an email has been sent to the head office, while some are informed that there are issues with their documents. Meanwhile, these elderly individuals suffer severe mental stress and financial hardship. The most heartbreaking part is that the elderly man endured all this while fasting. He had been visiting the bank daily to collect his pension, had no money to buy medicine, had run out of food at home, was at risk of losing electricity and gas connections due to unpaid bills, and had nothing left to pay the grocery store owner. Our elderly pensioners deserve such treatment. The real concern is that the pensioners suffering today will be replaced by today's young workers in the future. The bank managers, cashiers, and officers who are currently making excuses about the system will one day be on the receiving end of the same system. The same desk, the same bank, the same behavior. Perhaps only then will they realize how agonizing the wait can be. The elderly man told the bank manager, "Son, one day you too will grow old. One day, you will stand in my place, and someone else will be in yours." This statement alone should shake us to the core. The government must facilitate pensioners. The government, the state bank, and other relevant institutions must immediately address this issue. Pension payment systems across the country, including in Mandi Bahauddin, must be improved. Here are some practical suggestions that could bring about real change. 1. Enhance the online system. Banks should adopt modern technology to eliminate the need for elderly individuals to wait in long queues. 2. Home delivery of pensions. A mechanism should be established for delivering pensions to disabled or ill pensioners at their homes. 3. Train bank staff. Employees should be instructed to treat elderly individuals with respect, and dedicated counters should be set up for them. 4. Establish a rapid complaint resolution system. If any pensioner faces issues at a bank, an efficient and responsive complaint cell should be in place for immediate action. 5. Enforce strict accountability for banks. Any bank or officer causing unnecessary difficulties for pensioners should face strict consequences. This is not just the story of an old man in Mandi Bahauddin, it is a glimpse into the suffering of thousands of elderly citizens. If we do not raise our voices for them today, no one will listen to us tomorrow. This is the time for the government, the state bank, and all relevant authorities to take this matter seriously and create a fair, dignified, and efficient system for pensioners and other bank users. Otherwise, remember, time waits for no one. What is happening to them today may happen to our officials tomorrow.